All right, here we go. So I'm gonna make this sharpening video. Um, there's a lot of videos out there. All right, so I'm not here trying to diss someone else or say my right's the right way or someone's raised the wrong way. That's for historians or I don't know to decide that. But it's the way I got taught years ago with my dad. And fortunately, the way the Forest Service teaches people is the way I learned. So, you know, nothing too major. When I ended up switching over to the Forest Service after following trees with my dad since I've been 15 and sharpening probably before that, he let me sharpen stuff. I started with a jig. It was an easy guide one just to get used to the motion of the angle you're looking for. I do a lot of freehand stuff. I use a round file. Not so proficient with triangle files for chisel chain. I'm going to try to work on that because I am more of in a hardwood area now, so more of that kind of a chain should work pretty good out here. But how I usually do it, finding the lowest tooth or the worst tooth and gauge everything off that. You want each tooth you sharpen the same size. This one didn't get hit hard or nothing, so I'm not really worried about it. But I'm going to start here. I can't see too much, but that's my master link right there. So I'm going to use that as a guide to where I start and finish. Other ways I've used it is just jump in, start sharpening, and when I get back to that nice and shiny one again, I know I've made it all the way around. Start on one side and then work on the other. I do this out in the field. You're used to when I was on fire, sharpening kind of this way, more in the lap or standing it straight up and using that, getting it going. But yeah, so how I usually do it, you know, find my tooth. I'm looking at the laser line they have on here on the tooth. I don't know how much people see that, but if you look on top of your tooth, and that's this part of the chain and all the whole setup. There's a laser line that's typically the right angle you want to do, and it's usually at a 30 to 32 degrees. Back in the day when I got trained, they used to say put a little bit of 10% slope on it or upward angle. Nowadays they say go straight across. I think it's just it makes life easier for sharpeners. It's like, hey, just try to push straight across. What I found that really helps is your wrist. Try not to push with your wrist. Keep that locked in and move your elbow forward and back. You know, that's gonna help guide this better. I don't use a handle on mine. Some people curl, put a handle, better grip. I just raw dog it in there. But nothing too serious. But usually I try to keep 3 points of contact with the saw. Vise, I really like the vise. I need to get one to set it up here so it can really not move the chain or the bar for me. But right now I got, because of the bigger dogs, you can see the wedge down there holding it up for me, just so I can keep a better angle. And I'm gonna hold down here. So I guess the handle, the wedge, my hand holding it. I use the full length. I don't go do this little stuff. I do the full length of the file, getting most of it. Some guys twist. I don't, because there's already twists into these round files. So why twist when there's one made in there? But I'm looking for her hearing that good grabbing sound. And then when I do my backstroke, I loosen up so you can hear the difference. And I'm looking for, put a light out here so I can see better, because I don't have a light underneath my workbench yet, and I need to get that going so I can see that angle. And then I'm looking interior here. Like, my big key that I notice when I sharpen, I want all the same shiny pretty much. So same level. There's not different kind of levels. So you're sharpening, if you have one shiny all the way through, you know you did the one stroke, you're hitting all the tooth too and stuff. So you can see all the shiny yet. And I'm also pushing kind of up into it and down across. So I'm working that gully back. I don't want too much gully here because I want the chip to fill that gully up, and it's easy to push the chip out. So I know it takes longer doing it hand, especially with the country I'm in now. That hardwood, this is gonna dull fairly quick if I throw it into some hardwood. So yeah, see if I can get you guys closer and show you this. So where is it at? It's that tooth right there. So I got my nice half moon on the outside. All right, that's gonna work pretty good. And also, if you see on these, I don't know if you can zoom in or see it, but there's another laser line there. That's kind of the shape you want your tooth to be at, but it also is the indicator of, you know, when you hit that line, you probably don't want to sharpen anymore. It's usually in that. And then, yeah, you can see the shiny, I guess, kind of in there. My gully could go a little better. I might take a little bit more off of that, but that's how I usually do it. After I get done with all one side, switch to the other side, and then I'll work on taking my rakers down. I use the West Coast saw raker gauge. Another good shout out to those guys, fucking awesome stuff. Same thing with the dogs. You got their 3 points here, freaking amazing. I need to get their shorter ones for the hardwoods around here, and also, you know, it won't take as much of my bar up, so I can use more of my bar. But amazing stuff from those guys. I get a lot of my stuff from them. But I'm not a big fan of their bark boxes. A little loud. It's definitely awesome with the power, but a little loud. I like the dual port. I got a dual port exhaust on this my 0440. She's an oldie, but she's great. Like, I even got a max flow back there. So I got a complimentary dual port max flow system on this thing. Got it up in Montana, which I'm so glad I stopped at that saw shop, because those northern saw shops in the Northern Rockies are fucking awesome. They know their stuff, and I like buying stuff from them. So I picked this up there. Other than that, I don't know, like, that's how I do myself. I'm gonna be sitting out here doing this for a little bit. If you want to see like the whole video, or really see how I do it, you know, full from start to finish, leave a comment about it if you want to see it. You know, let me know if these videos are helping or people are liking them. Leave a like, submit, do what you need to do. But if I don't hear anything from anyone, I'm just gonna keep doing stuff my way. And yeah. Oh, and also with the new business, Shell's Timber Service, LCS, the LLC is in. Just waiting for insurance now. And I already think I have my first customer, not this weekend, but next weekend, because he's busy, but gonna be falling about 3 to 5 trees for him in some tight spots, but should be able to get her done. I'm gonna bring this saw out, the 0440, the bigger one back there, the 662, and then I'm gonna bring my climber saw, the smaller one, just in case. Gonna have a backup saw, that's where the bigger one is, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make some videos of it and let you guys know. All right, have a good night. Talk to you guys later.